Hey everyone, how are we doing today? I'll wait just a second to see if anybody gets on. So if you're here and you can see and hear me good, let me know, only because I don't know if I have great service. So for some reason, if you can't hear me really well, just, feel free to let me know and I'll do my best to get through this for you guys. First of all, I'm super excited to be here with all of you. Thank you guys so much for asking me. I do want to let everyone know that obviously I'm not home, I'm in my car. I am outside of a restaurant that seems to have a lot of bikers coming in, which is really fun. But so if they're loud in the background, I apologize. I'm in North Carolina where the weather is beautiful and people are just dying to get out and ride. So, oh, I see we have some Canadians on here. I'm sorry that it's so cold up there. That's probably not so much fun for you guys. But so I was asked to come and share one of my most favorite topics is a comfort zone. And I like this particular topic for a lot of reasons. Long ago, I've been with Scentsy, oh my goodness, going on 13 years, you guys. And I have learned a lot and I continue to learn every single day. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't try to learn something new or expose myself to the opportunity to learn something. So I think that I have that mindset, and the success that I've had is because I left my comfort zone, you guys. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sure if you've been here a while, you've heard people preach and talk about a comfort zone. But if you're like me, it probably takes you 7, 8, 12, 15 times before you actually let something sink in. Like sometimes I'm like, wow, I heard that so many times and so many years ago. Why didn't I listen then? So hear me now. We're going to talk about comfort zone, and I really hope that it somehow speaks to you or you're able to take away a few nuggets from today's topic. So I actually was just at the restaurant with my daughter, and while I love this topic, there's always so many things that we want to say, and I'm always nervous I'm going to forget. So I actually got a piece of paper from the waitress and borrowed her pen to write down a few key things that I wanted to make sure that I shared with you. I apologize. Can you guys still hear me? My family's on their way back. They went riding today. They ride motocross, and I knew I should have called them and said, please don't call me, because they're on their way home. So anyway, comfort zone. People like it. It's safe. You're secure there. There's nobody really there to judge you, right? There's no opinions coming in left and right. You shouldn't get into that. That's a pyramid scheme. Are you serious? Wait, you're going to quit your job and go sell wax? Are you kidding me? Like, the opinions that people give the minute we step outside that comfort zone, especially in a business like ours, we're bombarded with opinions. And I'm going to just tell you this right straight from the get-go. I say it how it is. If you don't know me, you're going to learn that about me right now. Tell those people that when they pay your bills, then you might consider their opinions. If they're not helping you in any way, if they're not paying your bills, then don't let their opinions, especially the negative ones, bring you down. But if you want to grow and if you want to make something of this business or anything that you're doing in your life, you will not accomplish it if you stay in your comfort zone. You're comfortable there. It's easy there. But growth doesn't happen there. Growth only happens when we start to step outside that comfort zone. And when you step outside that comfort zone and you do the thing that you thought was so scary, I'll bet you're going to sit back and be like, that wasn't as scary as I thought it was. Or I just spoke in front of 2,000 people and I thought I was going to pass out or fall off the stage. And I didn't. And people actually applauded, or they liked it, or they came up to me and told me what a great job. You learn that the thing that you thought was going to be your demise, or that was so terrifying to you, wasn't as scary as you thought it was. And then you're like, I could do that again. I so apologize. I'm so sorry. I really should have called and told him not to call me. But let me get back on track here. So yeah, you start to learn that those things that that were holding you back and keeping you in that comfort zone are okay. They're not that scary. And once you do one scary thing, the next thing is bigger, and then it keeps going from there and there. It's almost like you get outside your comfort zone, and then your comfort zone it expands, right? And the things that at this point, when you were stuck inside this comfort zone, you thought you would never be able to do, in years from now, you'll look back and be like, I can't believe I was so afraid of all of those different things. And it takes practice, you guys. I'm not just saying go out today and sign up to do a TED Talk, or if, you know, because public speaking is one of my biggest fears, but it's also one of the things I want to accomplish the most in my life. I want to be able to do it and do it well. I do it, but I don't think I do it well. So it is something that I'm learning to practice with and become more comfortable with. And as you practice, you become more comfortable. And again, that circle, that comfort zone that was kept you so small and so tight and so cozy at one point in your life will start to expand. And when it starts to expand, like this whole new world opens up. You're like, holy crap on a cracker. Like, look at all this fun stuff that's amazing that was waiting for me all of this time. And it literally was just one step outside that comfort zone. So I encourage you today, tomorrow, every single day, embrace the fear. I get it. I'm afraid to do a lot of things in my life, but I can tell you one thing's for sure. I will never let it trap me. I'm not saying I'm going to go out and I'm going to do all these big terrifying things, you know, like there's a difference between fear and danger. Let me make that really, really clear. Like, I ain't jumping out of a plane, folks, but I will do things that people ask me to do, like public speak, even though I'm terrified of it, because I know great things will come from it. And the more I do that, the better I'll become, and the just all of these beautiful things will come from me. I have terrible ADD, and there's so much going on around me in this restaurant that I'm like, bing, bing, bing. So I apologize. But it is what it is, right, guys? So let me go back to my notes, because I want to make sure that I don't forget any of the great little things that I wrote down, all the little nuggets. We talked about if you decide to embrace those things. Oh my goodness. If you decide to embrace those hard things, that if you look back, even let's make a deal right now. 1 year from now, you're going to decide today to do at least one thing that's scary, right? And you're going to say to yourself, you're going to look back, write it down, so you remember exactly what it was that you decided you were going to do today, that in a year from now, you're going to look back and say, I did it. I was able to overcome it. And what came of that? And I also want to talk a little bit about confidence. So let me go back a little bit. So years ago, I used to do home meetings, and I had a group of girls over at the house, and they were saying, you know, I could never do what you do, Jody, because I don't have the confidence you do. And I was just like, confidence? What are they talking about? I don't have confidence. Like, I'm scared to death almost every single day that I'm not doing it right, or I'm not doing it well enough, or I could be better, or that this person's going to talk about me. Like, I have all these fears in my head, right? But somehow they thought I had confidence. And I looked at them and I said, sweetie, I don't have confidence. I just do them anyway. Like, the things that scare me, I just go and do. I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm going to tell another little story about me, because I really hope that, you know, by sharing a story with you, it will relate with you or to somebody at some point. Back when I first started selling Scentsy, I didn't know what I was doing. Scentsy was brand new. I was from upstate New York, in a super tiny, actually the smallest city in the entire state of New York is where I'm from. And that's where I built my business. And I'll tell you what I did. I was terrified. And when I tell you terrified to go and introduce this product and introduce myself, girls, well, ladies and gentlemen, I would walk into businesses sweating, like armpit wet, sweating, stuttering. Girl, I mean, this was terrible. I don't know why anybody even let me through their door, but I did it anyway. And I remember this one particular business, I went back to sometime later, maybe a year or two later. We kept in contact. She became a regular customer at that point. And I went back, and I was talking to her. We were standing in the kitchen. It was a day spa, and she just kind of stood back and she looked at me, and I'm like, what? You know, like, what? Do I have something in my face? Do I have something in my teeth? You know, those kind of looks. And she's like, I just can't believe that you're the same person that came in here a year ago. And that was a really huge moment for me. Like, all these bells started going off, like, she's right. Like, I was so afraid that people would laugh at me, or that I wouldn't say the right thing, or that they wouldn't even take the time to listen to me, that I almost let it stop me from trying. Had I done that, had I let that fear win and not left my comfort zone, I can tell you I wouldn't be where I am today. And where I am today is living a life of dreams that I didn't even have at the time. I'm living a life I didn't even have the ability to dream that big, that forward, that far in advance. Like, I didn't know never have to work in corporate America again, or that I'd be able to raise my children and move to a different state where there's better weather and better taxes. Like, those things happen. Those dreams become a reality when we're able to leave those fears behind. If you let a fear cripple you, no matter what it is, it controls you, and you no longer have the control and the say in your own life. And for me, that was never going to be okay. And I hope it's not okay for you. I hope that if you're listening right now, I hope and I pray and I really hope that everything that Scentsy stands for comes through to you. I hope it shines through and be like, there's so much opportunity. There's so much possibility. And if you think you can't, you won't. You have to believe in yourself. You have to leave those fears behind, and you have to stop giving those fears power. When you give them power, they're going to trap you. I promise you. We paycheck to paycheck. 4 small children. I knew I wanted more. I didn't know how to get there. Scentsy found me, and I'm forever grateful for that. But I'm also grateful that I knew enough that I had to do the scary things, because if I just stayed where I was, how was I going to talk to people? How was I going to introduce myself or the product? How was I going to meet new customers or teammates? I wasn't, you guys, and neither will you. If you stay exactly where you are right now, what will your life and your business look like in a year from now? Now flip that question. And I know it's hard sometimes for us to ask these hard questions of ourselves. I know that we have to really be honest, and for some of us that's hard with ourselves, right? So we can like tell people whatever we want them to know, but when we look at a mirror and we look at ourselves, we have to be really, really honest. Now ask yourself this question. If I start doing things that scare me, Facebook parties, handing out samples to strangers, talking to strangers, doing events, doing a home party when they're allowed, if you start doing those things, if those are the things that are stopping you, if you start to do them now, what will be different 1 year from now? Will you make more money? Will you have earned incentives? Will you have gained new friends, new customers, new teammates? Will your business grow? Like, there's so much standing just outside where your comfort is. And I get it if you think, oh, you know, she's been doing this for a long time, she knows this or that. No, you need to know me. I'm going to tell you right now, straight up, I do things every single day that I'm scared of. This training, while I said I would do it, it's a little bit scary. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know if people are going to judge me, but I can't let that stop me, right? I still need to do it. I still need to pour passion out there. I still need to share the love of Scentsy, the community, the culture, all of the things that I love about Scentsy. But if I gave that power to the fear versus the possibility, fear would always win. And I don't want fear to win. I want my possibility and my dreams to win. Same thing I want for you guys. So I hope you guys got some nuggets out of it. Let me just make sure I didn't forget anything, because I kind of can go on a tangent. And this dog over here has been barking at me since he pulled in. I'm going to go pet him. Let's just see here. We talked about all this good stuff just in different views. I mean, you like my chicken scratch? I mean, seriously, the waitress probably thought I was crazy, but I think today, I think I am the last person to speak. If I'm correctly today, I'm going to go back and listen to some of these amazing people who spoke today. I hope that you always go back and learn. I hope that you never stop learning. And I really, really hope that whatever fear you're facing right now, you are able to take its power and give your dreams the power that they deserve. Give yourself the power that you deserve. Screw those fears, you guys. Just toss them out. We don't need those, right? They're not going to they serve no purpose in our world. They do nothing but bad things. They hold us back. They keep us stuck over here. I'm going that way. My fears want to keep me this way, and I will never let that happen. So I hope for you guys do the same exact thing, and I can't wait. I really, really, truly cannot wait to see if you do what I asked you to do, which is write down where you want to be a year from now. Like if you want to be here in a year, and if you're doing this, whatever it is here at the same time, you know, never doing those scary things, if you're going to be able to get to this point. But if you start doing the scary things, I'll bet you'll be able to get to this point. So, all right, guys, I hope you have the best day. It's Saturday, right? And I hope you have an amazing Sunday. I hope March really kicks butt for you. And I hope you're ready to earn this incentive. So fear is a liar. Fear is terrible. I hate it. nasty little word. It's my new favorite 4-letter word. All right. I shall talk to you guys so soon. Thank you so much for being on and listening to me today. And thank you for the opportunity, ladies, for letting me come on and share. I do appreciate it. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.